Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the tarot reading for serious people in serious times. Tarot is the science of potential. I've done tarot for over 20 years. I have never found it to be a valuable predictive tool. But it is valuable for taking a look at what your potential is. Why? Because tarot cards talk about frequencies, talk about energy. And what I do here is work at enhancing your ability to manifest, because manifesting is the most powerful tool any human being has. If you do that, I'm not saying that you're going to have a perfect life. Life is a four-letter word after all. But you will be able to exert more control in your life, on your life, than you would otherwise. Otherwise, you're just a victim. Okay? So manifesting, creating images in your own mind, and it's not just creating the pictures. It's seeing it, hearing it, feeling it, tasting it. That's real manifestation. And it's tricky because if you try too hard, you end up pushing it away. So that's why true manifesting means that you need to include all of your senses in whatever you're picturing. The more sensory things you can add, the more dimension you add. The more dimension you add, the better your ability to manifest. And again, it doesn't take much effort. It depends on how well you connect with your senses and your vision. So that's why we only have 5 cards. There's no anything moving around. There's no animation, none of that, no AI. It's simple, direct, clean, clear, concise. It takes about 12 minutes. At the end of the 12 minutes, you will know very clearly what the energy is, and then you determine whether or not you want to apply it, whether or not it fits. To be honest, if you had 100 people, and I have a lot more than 100 people, but let's say for easy numbers, you have 100 people. If this message today were to resonate with 10 of them, that would be very good. Very good. And if it registered with 15, would be excellent. 20 is like out of your mind. But that would leave at least 80% that don't, not that they don't get it, it's just that it doesn't touch them in their spirit. So my job is to inspire you, get you to make that connection. Can't force it, but I can lay it out there in a way that is accessible to you. And at the end of the reading, you will know clearly, concisely, because I don't throw a bunch of cards. I know tarot readers on the internet will throw out 50, 60, 70, 80 cards. They don't know what the hell they're doing. They're just throwing out shit just to see if they can cover all angles, because they really don't know. And then you have those other ones that it's lollipops and rainbows. That's not life. And it's not life right now. We are at a critical point. My astrologer friends, and I've done astrology for over 50 years, understand that astrology is the science of cycles, and there is a science to it. 1948, RCA Victor engineer proved it, as he had to forecast when we would run into things that would interrupt worldwide communication. And he went to astrology. And he was 95% accurate for almost 50 years, until he retired. So there is a science to astrology. It's the science of cycles. And that really helps you to, if you want to use the word predict, okay, fine, that's not exactly right, but it's in that area. But tarot is the science of potential. That means you got to get involved. This energy comes and goes. It's like a passing car. You're standing on the side of the road. The car comes at you, passes by, and goes on. Well, that's what this is. You don't have to connect to the energy. But if you feel it, you'll probably be the 1 in 10, 1 in 15, 1 in 10 out of 100, or 15 out of 100. If you feel it, go for it. My job is to help you to feel it. So let's begin today we got the center card, the oracle card, which says come to the edge. Looks like she is standing on a tornado of some sort. And yeah, she's on the edge. That's certainly where all the fun is, certainly where all the danger is, and certainly in many cases where the potential is. Got to get out of the box. Got to get out of the box. Number up in the right-hand corner is 36. 3, when we're talking manifesting tarot, has nothing to do with romance, has nothing to do with a third party. The 3 in manifesting tarot, for me, is lining up the energy of your mind, your body, your spirit. That's the human trinity. Mind, body, spirit. Get all those energies working together, and you really got something. The real deal is we rarely have those energies working together. They're in conflict all the time. Subsequently, conflict in our life. So the 3 says line up mind, body, spirit, the human trinity. 6 says I want to start to materialize something out of this lining up of energy. And the 3 and 6 together equal a 9 means that you're ready to end a period, which means you're getting ready to enter a new cycle. But to do that, you got to come to the edge. To do that means you have to push the limits. We are all brainwashed from the time we're born, maybe even inside the womb. But certainly as we're born, we get socialized. We have to figure out what the rules are in the family. We got to figure out what the rules are at school. We got to figure out the rules. We never make the rules, but we have to follow the rules. And after a period of time, and largely depending on how you were raised, you may never question the rules to begin with. It's just, oh, they're the rules. That's what we got to do. They could be hurting you. In fact, we know now, over the last few years, that they do hurt you. But, you're used to it. That's the way it's always been. That's not coming to the edge. That's not pushing the limits. Here's the meme for today. People don't want to hear this, but words not matching actions is called manipulation. And refusing to be held accountable for this fact is called gaslighting. So what we're talking about, again, goes back to lining up mind, body, spirit. Your words have to match your actions, and vice versa. And where in this world do we get those two things happening? Almost nowhere. And that's not negative, it's a fact. Politicians lie, business lies. In fact, that is the number one rule in business, by the way. It's not making a profit. Everybody would go to that. No, it's making a profit. No. Making a profit's number 2. The number one rule in business, lie to your customer, but don't let them find out about it. Then you got that taken care of. Now you can start to make money. So politicians lie, business lies, religious leaders lie. And that forces all of us sort of to lie because we live in a lie, and that's the language we live with, lying. And these days, nobody wants to be held accountable for lying, their actions not matching their words or vice versa. And that's gaslighting. And boy, do we get that all the time. So you have to push the limits. You have to come to the edge. And we begin all the way on the left-hand side, 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands is determination. It's stamina. It's courage. It's saying, I'm not going to give up. I am not going to give up. I know there's something better. I know it's not going to be perfect. But it's something definitely, decidedly better. And I have to find it. Because remember, wands are enthusiasm, joy, possibility. So this is the realization that, okay, I'm done with this game. I'm done with this gaslighting. I want actions and words to match. I'm tired of being manipulated. And so that's what the Nine of Wands is all about. Now, to do that, you got to make a decision about your value system. That's the next card, Two of Pentacles. Twos are always making a decision. Pentacles are your value system. When I do this tarot, this version of tarot that I do, to manifest, you have to be honest with yourself. You have to have a good set of values. And that does not mean bigger cars, more money, good looks. It doesn't mean any of that artificial crap. Because all that stuff goes away. But what it does mean is let's focus on joy, happiness, peace. Imagine what your life would be like having peace, real peace in your life. Can you? Woo, baby. Another thing that's very important is your time. You never get it back. I don't care how rich you are. You can't buy more time. Your time is your time. That's it. It's done. It's over. It's gone. Bye. Well, that's part of what this Nine of Wands is realizing. I got to change my values because I'm chasing the wrong thing. I'm gaslighting myself. I'm lying to myself. Next card helps out a little bit. Six of Pentacles. That's reciprocity. You give as well as you take. There's a balance in your life. Right now, you're just giving. Hell, the government doesn't even give a damn what you think. Just read in the news yesterday, another $10 billion over to Ukraine. The people on the East Coast suffering from the hurricane. Sorry, we don't have any money. What? You just gave $10 billion again to the Ukraine. God knows what we're going to give to Israel. But you don't have any money for Americans. Oh, and by the way, people are flooding over the border, so that's costing even more. But you don't have any money for the people who were hit by a hurricane. See what I mean by gaslighting? Six of Pentacles says, I want a balance. I'm willing to help somebody, but let's take care of us first. Each country owes that to its citizens. Take care of yourself first. Once you get yourself stabilized, then if you want to help somebody, knock yourself out. And you're understanding right now that with as much as it's coming down, and there's a whole hell of a lot more coming down, you have no idea. They're pulling out the rug this time. So over the next 6 months to a year, stuff's going to hit the fan. The only way that you're going to make it through, to push the limits, to come to the edge, and you do that with your intuition. Intuition is logic and emotion combined. And that's what the Chariot is all about. Use your intuition to help find where you need to be. Because right now, words are not matching action, and that's manipulation, and we're all being manipulated. Wake up. Come to the edge. That's the reading for today. Back again tomorrow with another Tao Manifested Tarot reading. Between now and the next time you and I get together, peace and blessings.